Hey guys, KEnODvT here, and tonight I'm bringing you a series of games between TLO and Duckloadra. Now, the series of games are part of a 5-part finals game. I think it's from the GSL, but I'm not sure. Maybe someone could help me out there, but this should be an interesting set, and the first set is PvP on Xenogears. Now, from what I saw of the 5 replays in the series, the little one decided to swap races a couple of times, so it's not going to be same old PvP the entire time. So I'll be interested to see what happens. Production wise, given it's PvP, we should be seeing exactly the same thing, and as you can see, the probes are building at the exact same time, so they're both on the ball. I suspect a 9 pylon is coming out from both people. The little one, sorry, Duckloadra, maybe a microsecond faster than the little one, so I don't really think that makes much of a difference. We are talking tiny seconds, maybe a second. I don't know, maybe that makes a big difference, but you could just equate that to the little one had his pylon out slightly further than Duckload did. Neither player placing down a gateway, which is quite interesting, but fairly standard on the pro level. They tend to favour economic over rush, so I suspect we're going to see a 13 pylon from both players. We see the worker coming out, 13 by little one, and 13 by Duckload. So the same build. Now, that was a very quick cheese scout by Duckload, very nice, just making sure no funny business is happening. A gas going down for the little one, and a gas going down for Duckload, so again, identical. Now, let's talk about this map. So, I have said this before, but this map does make holding your expansion hard because of the 4 areas I just highlighted. You do, however, have a goal which is very open, but a third is quite easy to take after a second, so that's an advantage. So second's hard to take, but a third is slightly easier to defend unless they get ranged units up here because it is on the low ground. Both players, no, actually, the little one hasn't scouted yet. We do see a cybernetics core going down for little one, and no cybernetics core as of yet for Duckload. He's not doing anything yet. There's the cybernetics core and the assimilator. Where does he build? Ah, I missed that. He's taken one of the little one's gases, which will make his life slightly more difficult. His first zealot has been hotkeyed to that gas, so this will give Duckloadra quite a big gas advantage over the course of the game and allow more stalkers to be produced, because the income off one one assimilator isn't quite enough to produce 2 stalkers a minute if chrono boosted, I believe. I'm not entirely sure, but I guess we'll start finding out. We do see warp gate coming out for both players, but here comes the first big difference. Little one is pumping out zealots and Duckload is pumping out stalkers. This is because of the gas which was stolen, so we can see a stalker finally coming out for the little one, as well as a stalker being produced by Duckload. Now, neither player has laid down a second gateway yet, so we'll see who lays down second gateway or some tech. I think Duckloadra is not pushing out, just going to secure, checking for epoxy pylon, maybe, not sure. I think, oh no, maybe he's going to go attack, but it's a fairly roundabout route. Maybe he's trying to avoid the Xenogears. I'm not exactly sure what that guy's doing. We do now see one gateway and Twilight Cancel coming down for Duckloadra, and the little one has laid down a Stargate. So a Stargate coming out for the little one. This could be quite interesting. We could see some pressure come from a Void Ray plus these 3 units. We do see this Stalker coming in behind that force. So it's going to be 1 Stalker versus 1 Stalker and 2 Zealots. This worker is going to be sniped, and we do see 2 stalkers going at it, which is going to be alright, but then he sees the 2 zealots, which does complicate matters. He does have warp gate in like 3 seconds, so in about 10 seconds he will be able to warp in 2 units. We do see 2 stalkers now being able to pick off that stalker, and he should now be able to kite these 2. Although he is going to lose that stalker, however there is another stalker in here, so he should be alright. Little one is producing a phoenix, not exactly sure how I like about that. I would prefer a void ray, but I don't know, maybe that's just the thing that they do. He is going to focus down some workers, but 1 zealot down and now another zealot down is going to make this Zealot's life very, very difficult. However, 4 probe kills, 5 probe kills is enough to be a significant dent. 1 Phoenix has been made and the second is on the way. So 3 gateway from one player with Blink, and 3 gateway from another player with some Stargate backup. So army wise, it's going to be quite interesting. 5 Stalkers versus 3 Stalkers, 2 Phoenixes and 2 Zealots should come out interestingly. The Zealots will be a mute point because of 6 Stalkers can kite Zealot something chronic. He does now notice the 2 Phoenixes, which could complicate matters. However, he will be able to pick up 2 units at the same time if he wishes to. This could turn the tide of this battle, especially with 2 more Stalkers being warped in. We can see that he does now outnumber his opponent with Phoenix backup. So, but no Blink has yet arrived, so we do see more Stalkers being warped in for Duckloadra, which means it's even numbers. But the 2 Phoenixes will provide the advantage. We can see amazing Blink micro here, just making sure that none of these Stalkers are lost. However, that Stalker did no longer have Blink, which was lost. So the little one doing a very good job at defending this, and he has not lost a unit yet. Well, he has lost units, but there's been no real advantage or disadvantage. Look at this Blink micro, it's amazing. However, it is leaving some units at a disadvantage because it is forcing them to not be able to blink away when he wants to. That blink was possibly a little too late and he did lose a worker. He is going to push in now, but again he is outnumbered by Stalkers, so he's probably going to pull back. Both players still producing probes even while in combat, which is very, very nice. We do see a Dark Shrine coming down. This could make things interesting, especially given the liquid that TLO does not have either a forge or a robotics facility, which are both forms of detection for Protoss, so this could get quite hectic. I guess that was the easy way to make sure your Zealots were in front. So we can now see that the liquid, just TLO, is outnumbering Duckloadra. We do see him now laying down that forge, which, that's fun. Both players have now gone for a Dark Shrine. However, Duckloadra's Dark Shrine is significantly in front, so maybe he'll be able to take out his opponent's Dark Shrine before it actually builds anything. A forge is under production, so he will also have some detection as well as a robotics facility. So again, both forms of detection will be available to the little one. This is a fairly effective lockdown which will prevent the little one from taking an expansion, and if Duckloadra is able to, an expansion would be a very good thing to take. We do now see 2 cannons being warped in at the front, which will have a dual purpose, even though he doesn't know it. It will stop these 2 Dark Templars from being able to do anything, but it will also stop this push from being able to be effective. These 2 cannons will be able to hold it off, and if we pause it for a second, I am unsure if he is even aware of these cannons yet. These cannons have tipped the tide in this fight, and he is now aware of them, so we'll see what happens. So both of these Dark Templars will now be detected, and he does not have any detection of his own, and some Dark Templars will be warped in. I suspect this is going to be GG. However, being picked up by that Phoenix, 1 Dark Templar was able to nearly get away, very, very close. We can now see a Dark Templar being warped in for little one, and that's GG. It was a GG even without that Dark Templar, in my opinion, because he lost too much for Nami without seeking that economic advantage which that Dark Templar attempted to do. This Dark Templar would have forced the GG otherwise, because no forms of detection would have been available to Duckloadra. Well, he could have played down a cannon, but given he didn't have one, that would have been slow, and it probably would have killed most of his mineral line by that point. Very good game on Xel'Naga Caverns between Duckloadra and the little one, featuring some PvP action with Dark Templars. This is KEnODvT, and I'll see you in Game 2, guys.